before I really get into it, and I want to thank everybody for actually stopping in on my live broadcasts because I'm not used to this. I'm a person that I'm really comfortable with just recording and getting on. I just never really been a live person. You feel me? So this morning I wanted to come on and be live. I wanted to talk about, y'all know y'all girl got to drop fire, right? So I wanted to talk about some of the things that happened yesterday with my upload on YouTube. And I also want to talk about going through the fire. You know what I'm saying? So good morning to everybody. I got my water out. This is not a religious set, but let's ask God for our portion today. Let's be grateful for our portion today. Let's be thankful for our portion today. You know what I'm saying? And whatever portion that you get of this live video, I'm very grateful. So I went live the day before yesterday, and I didn't look. My live didn't upload, and it took like about 2 hours to upload, and I didn't know why it was didn't upload because I wasn't in the house, right? So come to find out, if you not really on a Wi-Fi system, no matter about your phone got Wi-Fi or not, your live videos will not upload to your YouTube server. It needs something a little bit more powerful to get it going. You know what I'm saying? Like get the speed going, okay? And to get the gigs out there. So um I deleted my live the other day, you know. And let's just keep it real. I didn't really want to be that messy. Y'all feel me? So I'm gonna be able to upload this live, and everybody gonna be able to replay this live because I'm at home on my server. See, I no, let me get it right. When I was live the other day, the server was off, and I didn't know it. Y'all feel me? Period. And when I went to go back to look at the live, it hadn't uploaded when I had left the home. Okay, so I needed my Wi-Fi to continue on uploading the live later on, and didn't know it. So that goes for anybody that's starting a new YouTube station. When you go live, like I've been live for about maybe 5 minutes now, 10 minutes, nope, 3 minutes to say, but it's going to take YouTube at least 6 minutes to search my viewers to let them know that I'm live, or if even people come across that YouTube feed and they see me live. You feel me? You see me live? What are we doing here if you see me? Okay? But the bottom line is that's what happened. So that's one nugget your girl is dropping y'all this morning. If you go live on your YouTube, good morning, beautiful person. If you go live on your YouTube, if you don't stay at home or if you don't have your device hooked up to the Wi-Fi, your server will not upload your live. It's just gonna keep on waiting. So you need that Wi-Fi to upload your live later on when you get off. Because when I got to where I was going, I realized that the live wasn't uploading. And I didn't think about it like that, and I deleted the whole live. Dang, Monica. I didn't know until I researched it later on. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one nugget I wanted to drop on y'all this morning. So the next nugget I wanted to drop on this morning was, if you are a YouTube creator and you just beginning like me, and you probably just got into that partnership program, it get harder. Your views get harder. Your impressions get harder, which is your thumbnails. You need good impressions. Um, Everything in the system, it changed over and things get harder for you. So what happened was, if you go back and watch my video, y'all, make sure y'all watch that short. Make sure you comment, you know what I'm saying, so I could come back, interact with y'all. If you are a new YouTuber, you want me to follow you or subscribe to your channel, just comment on one of my videos. Please subscribe. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but a click and a subscription for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to pay me to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I will subscribe to your beginning channel. I will be your first subscription if you need me to be. But supporting people, you know. So what happened was is that I did I did not. First off, you can use some AI programs on YouTube and get monetized, right? But what you cannot do, and I just found this out, is you cannot use what you have got from the news, make it into an AI voice, and use it as a voiceover. You will not get monetized for that. I just did it. So what I did was the kids sometimes be making a lot of noise. So sometimes I can't, word out the whole video. So what I thought I can do was make an AI of what I wanted to say and add that in there with a little bit of me in there and then in it. But that's not the case. The AI that I put in there had too much to say. And I should have narrowed it down to where I was actually saying what the AI said, but I got lazy. You feel me? So don't get lazy on creating your content if you are a YouTube partner, because getting lazy can actually stop your growth like really quick, and get you demonetized really quick. You feel what I'm saying? Um, Going through fire. Mm-mm-mm. I've been through it. I've been through so much in my life, and I thank God for the journey that I have took, and I thank God to know better. But do I got that strength that I need to stop some of the things that self-destructed myself? I don't know, you know. But I did ask him for my portion this morning. You feel me? So my portion this morning is talking about the Diddy trial. Y'all feel me, huh? So I want to say her name is Marina Comey. She is the prosecutor of the Diddy trial. So allegedly, she was fired right after that trial. Now, in the chat, when I went to go research that, come to find out she's the daughter of James Comey. James Comey is the FBI head of Brewer who handled that investigation with Hillary Clinton. It was called the email controversy. And Trump administration allegedly found some type of evidence of him handling that. And that's why he was fired in May 2017 by Trump. Y'all feel me? Now, this is her daddy life. You feel what I'm saying? So, allegedly, this could be a reason why she been let go. But if y'all really think about it, the prosecution wasn't really laying on that Diddy trial. Was they, Doug? The prosecutor, she wasn't really getting him. She wasn't really bringing them facts. She was making that case look at it raggedy.
That's why they had multiple charges, because they were bound to get him on one or two of them.
But why would they fire the prosecutor after that verdict?
Because of the popularity of the case, and the prosecutor might have had conflict with the people that are over him or her before.
Yeah, because she from New York.
She couldn't fulfill what she probably gave her word on. I'll get him. I got him. We got him. You got hearsay, false accusations.
Okay, but I feel you. I feel you. But I think it's something like Maybe she was the prosecutor on that case. Because remember, Diddy did a lot of blackmail. And he got a lot of videos as well. He got his own stuff going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just all allegations, y'all. So we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a lot of prosecutors that I have heard and seen, Doug, that didn't get fired after a high-profile case. If they did that prosecutor get fired after O.J. Simpson's? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
I don't think he did. And I don't think he did. You know what I'm saying? So, like it's something fishy going on, y'all. It's something fishy going on. Y'all, let me step away from the camera and get my phone thing, y'all. Y'all see my chair? This is a good chair. I'll be right back, y'all. I need my phone. Dang, they broke my other phone because I can't use my SBS server to be able to show the video in my on my lab. Cause y'all done tore up everything. Y'all feel me? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Turn up, turn up. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. See, on YouTube, it don't matter what you see other people doing on their lives. If you are a YouTuber, you stay in bad lands and policies because this your platform. This ain't nobody else's platform. You don't have to do what you see nobody else doing, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm getting it together. But I still believe that Diddy is gonna get out by Christmas. Now they can't stop that man. Like I even looked up them charges, and I looked up that stuff. It's just that it is not possible for him to get 10 years off them charges. Y'all feel me? Huh? It's just not possible. You know what I'm saying? So let me. Y'all feel me? Yeah, look, this is a good marketing strategy. Just sit here with your live, you know what I'm saying? Just sit like this. Y'all feel me? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Just sit just like this. You know what I'm saying? If you're a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? You live, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Just sit like this. Y'all feel me? Yeah, there's all kind of people just going. Then let them know you got the gospel going. Okay? Yeah, so I'm going to actually screenshot that and use that later on. Y'all feel me, huh? But I was looking in this book, okay? And y'all know I got to get messy, okay? So I was looking in this book and people I don't know if it's still on YouTube where you can listen to this whole book because it ain't that big. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that big. And I think the audio was like about an hour long on some people YouTube. I think somebody uploaded it AI. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even get monetized. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. I just found out that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be monetized on YouTube, you need not to be using them AI robots. You need not to be using that. You know what I'm saying? You need to be being yourself. You need to be on your live. You need to be letting YouTube know that you are a real person. Okay? You are real. Okay? So I was reading this book and it was a lot of stuff that was going on. In this book, they paint Diddy as a villain that's always ahead. They paint Diddy as somebody that got ass in the back of their head. So when he kept telling his kids, see, it's an audio out here, and I've got it on my YouTube somewhere, but I couldn't find it. See, that audio that leaked with Diddy telling his kids to quit talking so much and calm down. Don't worry about it. Diddy, in the back of his head, already knew that this was going to be a great outcome. Now, Diddy done had acting classes, too. So he had to play the part. You feel me? Huh? See. Even if Trump is who he is, we would never know. Just like Marilyn Monroe. We'll never know what happened to that lady. And what's that other lady named, Doug? The other lady, Doug, that just mysteriously passed away. Nicole, what's her name? Nicole somebody? Remember, she acted like Marilyn Monroe. Y'all, in the chat, y'all, tell me her name. Remember, her name was Nicole somebody, and she was a nice-looking woman, and
she married that old man.
She married that old man.
Nicole. Damn.
I forgot her name, y'all, but she left a son behind with that old man. She had after she had that child. Remember?
She had a little girl.
No, she had a little girl.
I believe so.
No, I thought she had a little boy.
She already had a son, I think.
But it was by him too. Y'all in the chat, catch us up on that story. But anyway, her name was Nicole. And she mysteriously, got up out of here. Just like Marilyn Monroe and Whitney Houston. Y'all feel me, huh? It's a lot of people that mysteriously just got up out of here, and we just was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So, they labeled Diddy as a person that got eyes in the back of his head. He already knew.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith, that's her name. Y'all feel me? Anna Nicole Smith. That was my girl. That's when I first started getting into social media. See, y'all got to think about y'all journeys. You feel me? Think about the people that started social media, that started this trending, viral, messy stuff. You feel me? Anna Nicole, she was one of the first people that started the Dashians, whatever the Dashians doing. Y'all feel me, huh? She had started that. She had been started it, but guess what? We forgot about it. You feel what I'm saying? We forgot about her journey. You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah had already started rocking the boat. Y'all feel me, huh? But we didn't forget about her journey. We gave it all to the B. Y'all feel what I'm saying, huh? We didn't forget about it. We forgot about the journey. We forgot about how the journey began. You feel me, huh? See, you can't let people throw you off the journey. You can't let people throw you off your journey. You feel what I'm saying, huh? I've been labeled as psycho. I've been labeled as mental. I'm talking about in my addictions, in my childhood, because I knew things. I knew things about people. I seen who they was before they knew who they was. You feel what I'm saying, huh? And that's when I realized that God been giving me my portion. He been giving me my portion. You feel what I'm saying, huh? So now in life, do I think I am deserving student? Yeah. I'm a deserving student to be able to reap my benefits from my journey. You feel me? Everybody done been through a journey. The people that Diddy was involved with is us. It's everyday people. All looking for a couple of dollars or looking for a break. Do you hear what I'm telling y'all? Huh? So, if you are a person that know that your journey need to be well handled, you don't get around nobody like Diddy. Okay? You feel me, huh? And let's just keep it real. Allegedly, if Trump is Diddy's friend, and we won't know that. We'll never know that. Because we seen our president he a felon, and he the president. So don't tell me that it ain't written out here that things can happen, and we shocked about it. Him and Elon Musk got the nerve to be beefing. Elon Musk gonna start dropping really good hints in a minute. Y'all just keep following that man. If you ain't following that man on Twitter, you better get on it. You feel me, huh? Because when you beefing with somebody that close to you, it's bound to be some fireworks. You feel what I'm saying, huh? Y'all know that. We've been like that all our life. That's how your journey been. That's how my journey been. You feel what I'm saying? Huh? You got your best friend, you got your sisters, your brothers, whatever, but you got that one person in the crowd. You just, you feel me, huh? When at any time given, you feel me, huh? And then before you know it, it don't matter if it's that year, next year, the other year, 1 year, it's going to explode. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that toxic relationship that we seeing on the internet. You feel what I'm saying, huh? It got to explode. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was a guy. We talk about Diddy all the time, and I think that's just because my culture. But it's another guy, and I forgot his name. I did a story on him, y'all. I gotta stop doing that. I got a book for the stories. I had so many people, but he did the same thing Diddy did, but he was bringing. I don't know what happened to him, Doug. Wasn't his name Michael? It was a guy that got arrested right the time Diddy did, but he was out on a $1 million bond. He got a bond. And I think he had a partner. Y'all feel me? And him and his partner was doing some crazy stuff. I mean, crazy stuff. And he ain't in jail. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't in jail. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy, you know what I'm saying? He in jail. You know what I'm saying? He in jail. And that's another thing that I was listening to TMZ. Because, see, in this book right here, it's somebody, and don't nobody want to talk about him. See, Stevie J have not been talked about. Stevie J has not been in the news. Y'all feel me? But it's his Stevie J name, Busta Rhymes name, and it's somebody else that I have seen him with throughout the years. They name was not Mace name was not Mace name was not mentioned in this book. Y'all know Mace name should have been mentioned in this book. Especially this book go back way back when Kim started college, when Kim first met Diddy. Y'all feel me? Mace name not. I'm just telling y'all some of the names is not
That's
mentioned.
why Mace left though, baby.
But it's somebody that got
X
X X X. It's somebody named that's X'd out. It always say XX. They be at the breakfast table. They be in the bedroom. Like XXX be everywhere. You feel me? Huh? XXX was getting on Kim nerves. You hear me? And I really believe it's Stevie J. You hear what I'm saying? I do. I just believe y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what, man, that's going to be a cold piece right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To see or to know that Stevie J is cut like that. You know what I'm saying? Stevie J a big hunk of motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? He a hunk of man. You know what I'm saying? So I would never want to wish that on you, Stevie J. I'm just allegations. You feel me? Just for some mental issues, talking. You know what I'm saying? Just call me crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all gonna do anyway. But y'all have to think about it. Diddy life, Trump life, all these people life I just mentioned, they journey been bigger than our journey can ever be. I want my journey to be that big. Y'all feel me? Like for real, for real. You know, you know. But you gotta be careful what you ask for. You know. You do.
Your journey is that big, baby.
Yeah, I say I gotta be careful.
It's just not publicized.
I don't really publicize my journey, but maybe I need to start talking about my journey. See, a lot of my YouTube followers don't know how I got started with this. You know what I'm saying? I actually well, let's just sums up the story really fast. I was born in the projects in Detroit, Michigan. I didn't realize that the projects was home. It also taught me how to survive later on in my life. It gave me valuable lessons, and it gave me confidence, and it gave me strength from being from the projects. I ain't trying to brag or think that's the truth. Like any project kid can tell you that it's just something about living in that community, because that community comes with so much trauma. in a small community like that. And then my culture, we tends to bully each other. We do. We tends to not stick together. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of my early childhood. And when we left the projects, we was moving out the projects. I was so happy, but my mama took us to the north end. No, to the north end. We left the projects and we went to the north end. And the kids in the projects was like, "Good luck, y'all." And I didn't know what they meant by that. You know what I'm saying? What you mean by good luck? By us moving to the north end? Man, oh man, the north end broke me in, and that's when my trauma began. A lot of people bash Diddy. I can't bash Diddy. I seen my mama jump out of windows. I done seen my mama get all kind of stuff, and I ain't gonna say she caused nothing, but my mama would tell you that she caused some of that. Ain't that sick? You know what I'm saying? But that's why she feel. But I'm glad that I know better through my mama and through the generation of curses I'm breaking, that it wasn't her fault. You feel what I'm saying, huh? So I have actually experiences, a couple of stepdads in my life that I was traumatized with that I never ever forget. And I do be grateful for my mom because none of her boyfriends was in my room. Can I say it like that? So, you got to be grateful for your journey. My mama was a functioning addict, flat out. And the things that we went through, you would think that we would have it worse. Because we never was in the state. We never was awarded to the state. I go into my addiction and my kids get awarded to the state. You feel what I'm saying? This is my journey, y'all. This is how a lot of people don't know where I come from. You know what I'm saying? So I watched this man break my brother nose at 9 years. Nope, I was 8. He was 6. To get a Tony reflector out the cereal box. I ain't never wanted no Foster Flakes no more since then. Ever. In my life. Don't even want them in my house. Ain't about to buy them. But Doug like them. You know. You know. But they traumatized me. And they traumatized my brother. You know. So that's and a lot of people like, I don't see, but that traumatized me. That broke me. I couldn't protect him. And I was the oldest. So yeah, I started off with the burden on my life of being the oldest at an early age. But do you know how to explain your journey? That's when that part come in of being grown and having growth throughout your journey. I know how to explain myself now, you know. So after I left the Harlem, nope, after we left the North End, my mama moved us to Highland Park. Highland Park, Michigan is just as rough as the rest of the crap. Highland Park, Michigan was like a little city of its own, breaking laws, doing everything, you know what I'm saying? Turn up. I almost lost my man in that little city, but it didn't go right, you know what I'm saying? Mom caught me, you know what I'm saying? Got beat with the stand cord, like I have some journeys. I jumped out the window. Pants down to my legs and all, y'all. I ain't forgot all about that, y'all. Y'all, I jumped out the window, pants down and all, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. Please stop playing. Came home, I had to grip that dresser, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. So that part right there, you know what I'm saying? So that it wasn't my time. It wasn't my time then to lose that. So I went on and we left that hood. Them 3 hoods that I had in my life before the age of 10 that taught me a lot of crazy stuff. You feel me? I'm saying? Just put it like that. Then I get over here on the east side of Detroit, which is down at the Black Bottom, which they call it down by Belle Isle. That neighborhood was, I guess, rough too. It had got rough. It had got rough by the time we got there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's when I met my first boyfriend. And I didn't meet my first boyfriend at school like everybody else did. I didn't. I was a person that was by myself. I did my own hair. You know what I'm saying? I fought like banged out by myself. So I stood out, and I didn't think about that until now. I used to think there was something wrong with me hanging out by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I had a lot of friends. you know. But when I went to go do things like shopping and stuff like that, I was on the bus by myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wait on my friends to go with me. Because 9 times out of 10, they couldn't go no way. Because I was grown at that age. You know what I'm saying? And when I met my first boyfriend, I didn't meet him in school. He just knocked on my door and told me he choose me because he seen I was about my business. That's exactly how it went. And that man just started coming over my house every day. The third young, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was a like, young boss, you know what I'm saying? So he was my first boyfriend, you know, to buy me my first gold chain, you know, my first pair of Guess gym shoes, you know what I'm saying? Get my hair done without me doing it, like, you know, so I was turned up at 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? My boyfriend wasn't going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that was sad, you know, when I think about it now, but it was the happening. It was hype for me to have a grown, not grown. He wasn't grown. We was the same age. He was just a flunky. He was just a dropout. He was just a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? He just kept in trouble, so he wasn't in school. And so my boyfriend didn't go to my school, so I was popular for that. You know what I'm saying? My boyfriend come up and his mama car pick me up from school, or he come up there with all his boys, you know what I'm saying, pick me up from school, you know what I'm saying, and they was the boys in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that God was giving me my portion. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fights over that man. Yeah, he ain't no bad looking man, you know what I'm saying? My oldest son father, he was a dime, you know what I'm saying? And let's just keep it real. I don't pick dimes no more. Dams are toxic. Dams is too much work. Y'all feel me? And I mean, like, not all dams, you know what I'm saying? But dams are worth it, worth nothing. They a lot of cheating, a lot of stuff come on, sneaky ways. You know, I'm look at me, I'm going all that right now. But let's move it on along. So I end up getting pregnant by that dam. You feel me? And that changed my life as well. You know, like I'm turning the pages as I talk to you, and I'm skipping over a lot of stuff, but it is what it is. And when I got pregnant by him, I became grown, like really grown. I was already living maybe a grown life, you know, but I really became grown. And I remember that's because that was the most special time with my grandmother that's no longer here. Um, she knew that I was pregnant. And she told me that day, she said, don't let your mama talk you into doing nothing that you don't want to do. And I didn't understand what my grandma was talking about. Because she knew my mama just cold. My mama just always been cold. No affection, no nothing. My mama wanted me to go get on that table. She said I wasn't ready, you know. And I felt like she was violating me. And she was making me do something I didn't want to do. So that's when I made my first decision of never ever have an abortion and never ever making the mistake of not knowing what to do right. Well, no, that's not the truth. That's not the truth. That's when I made the decision that I was gonna go ahead and be a young mother because it was my time. It was just something that I felt in my gut that I can handle. It was something that was supposed to happen. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like only mothers gonna understand that. You know that this is supposed to happen with this person. It don't matter if that person toxic or not. You just know that this supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know you already see that baby. Like mamas can only know what I'm talking about. You already know how that baby look. You know what I'm saying? You can't describe it to your baby daddy. You can't describe it to the people around you, but mama already know. You know what I'm saying? Mama already know if something going wrong in that pregnancy too. I'm telling y'all. You know, it's been many a scares. You know. So fast forward, my man go to jail when I was 19 years old. He get 17 years in prison.
Dang.
And I don't even gonna tell his business, but he do. So that ripped my heart out. That ripped me to a new way of living. I had been living like a boss off this man for so long where he had been ripped away where I had to learn how to take care of myself. Period. My mama didn't ever have a job. My mama never had a job. Well, she had one job in her life. You know, she really remembered that job and she liked it. But my mama was fortunate not to have too many jobs. So I knew what I knew to make money fast. So I started doing the female entertainment thing. Back then it was the newspaper, the when you look for the classifieds, when you looking for a job, you know,
Yeah.
now we got
Don't they still have it
Indeed.
going like that?
Yeah, they got classifieds, y'all, if y'all want. They do got them on our phone, though, but people don't look at them
They
no
don't
more.
have them in the newspaper no more?
We don't get, we don't look. They don't deliver the newspaper no more. Like, it's everything, the newspaper, everything is online. You feel what I'm saying? You can read the newspaper online. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, it was a little square box. And it was me and my 3 girlfriends. And Bonnie, Peaches, and me, Sweet Pea. At first, I wanted to call myself Cupid. But that's where my mama come into play. If you gonna do it, you gonna do it right. And we came up with that name, Sweet Pea. But I remember I beeped the number. It used to be a beeper. We beeped the number, and we had to put this code in. He called back. His name was Tim. That was my boy. You see, you got people that come along your journey that people can't take away from you. It no matter how bad that person you can hurt that person is, it's people that's been good to you. And Tim was good to me. But Tim liked the young girls. So at the time, I was in Tim bracket. But as I got older, Tim faded away. Not like that, though. But, you know, like wanting to make money with me. Because Tim was whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he liked the younger girls. And he liked them real young. Under 18 young. And I did look like I was a little younger than what I was at 19. You know what I'm saying? I did. You know what I'm saying? So I was picked to be on one of his squads. You know? And this is how it went. When he paged his back, he said, how many girls with you? No, the ad said, we need female entertainment. You can make $1 to $1,000 in 1 hour. Me and my girls was broke. That's all we was thinking about is that $1,000 in 1 hour. We weren't thinking about what we had to do for that $1,000 in 1 hour. But he called us back. He told us that he was gonna have Jim, my boy Jim. That's my boy too. It was Jim and Tim. Nah, yeah, I'm for real. And Jim come out, and Jim was sent out to get all the girls. See this, I learned this after I had been messing with them. Jim was the one that'll collect the girls and bring them back to Tim. Like this wasn't no sex trafficking ring. This was some people that was willingly participating in this. Y'all feel me? See, this is what Daddy went wrong with. It's a lot of people in Detroit, Chicago, Atlanta that would have participated in them recoffs without him being in the news today. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They get abused too. You know, like people, you know, we got people like that. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that when Jim was supposed to come get us, we was told to have some lingerie or something. And me and my mama close. And I don't care who gonna judge me, but it is what it is. Cause see, this is my journey. See, a lot of people ain't gonna tell their journey like it is. Ain't nobody gonna be real about it. You feel what I'm saying? Huh? So my mama, I told her what Tim said. So my mama like, I got some lingerie. She give me the lingerie. I go over here. I do the little set, and we made money. We made about $70 a piece that day. Dance. Wow, wow, wow. And I was a really good dancer back then. And he told us, you know, I don't know if he was geeking us up or whatever. He said, well, nobody never made money on their interview. I think I want you girls to come back and do another party. When we did our interview that day, it was this young lady there. I was introduced. I'm going to keep her name like she do. Her name was Toy. And Toy was by herself. And really nice, pretty, light-skinned girl. And me and her could hit it off really well. And we exchanged numbers that day. Because we felt like, see, this is how it is. Y'all know how it is. You know, you got to build an alliance. You feel what I'm saying? That goes throughout your life. You got to build the alliance to get to the top anywhere. So I didn't know at that time me and Toy was building an alliance. And from then on, me and Toy went everywhere together. Every party together. I didn't care about my friends no more because see, my friends Bonnie and Peaches, they wasn't really comfortable with their body. And they wasn't really at the level me and Toy was. See, not saying we was no bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? No, they was too. But they had just had children and stuff, and they wasn't into doing what we was doing. Give me a pop dub. So me and Toy journey began. That's my friend. Me and her don't talk that much, but we friends on Facebook. But I believe if I was to see her and we was to hang out, it'd be just like old times. You know what I'm saying? Um, After that period of my life, I'm gonna call that the O period. I went into a depression. I went into a whole depression, y'all. I went into a depression for 10 years. No, I'm gonna say, look, when Damon went to jail, my oldest son father went to jail. I went into some type of depression, but I wasn't aware of that because see, we don't get help. We don't know what mental is. We don't know that. And my mama was already mentally messed up on her own asphyxiated addiction, so she couldn't help me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? So when my grandma passed away, which was a big part of my life. And I think about it. See, my grandmother and my auntie, without them having their head on straight, my mama probably would have lost us to the state of Michigan. You understand what I'm saying, Doug?
Mm-hmm.
See, we had a good grandmother. We had good aunties to always take the burden off of my mama doing crazy stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So we missed that part. And that's what I be trying to remind my sister of. You know, regardless of missing a few meals, you know what I'm saying? We made it. You know what I'm saying? We made it. And a lot of people don't even got the respect for their parents after what we have been through. But we love our mama down to the payment. You understand what I'm saying, Doug?
I love your mama too, baby.
Right, you do. A lot of people love my mama, Doug. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, you know. So you have to be appreciative for your parents. You got to be appreciative on why you picked that person. See, because you ain't going to pick nobody that you ain't going to learn from. Why pick a parent that you can't learn from? Why pick a parent that you can't help break a generation of curse in their bloodline? Why? You feel me? See, everybody that's going to get this far in this video, you have did something different than your parents did. You have did something that your parents probably didn't even have the balls or the confidence to do. Because my mama couldn't do this. My mama don't want to do it. And the reason why she don't have confidence because she done rat out of her teeth. She done messed up her teeth. So a lot of people see my videos if y'all go look at them because I share my mom all the time. She keep her mouth shut. But Coach Stormy Wellington had a goal to get her mouth fixed before her mama got older and was to leave here. And that's what I want to help my mama do. But guess what? My mama don't allow the help. Y'all feel me? I can't tell her what to do. I can only give her inspiration along her journey. You feel what I'm saying? Because everybody's journey got some type of fire waiting on it. I don't care who you is. You can be the preacher kid. And you went through fire too. You know what I'm saying? You done went through some fire. You know what I'm saying? So don't let people throw you off your journey. You know what I'm saying? After I actually lost my grandmother, This how it happened. January the 2nd, Doug mom was in the hospital. I didn't know Doug at this time. I'm telling y'all what I know. What we learned through our own counseling. Right, Doug?
Mm-hmm.
Doug mama went in the hospital she went in the hospital January the 2nd. Unfortunately, she passed away January the 22nd. Doug did not know the circumstances.
2010.
Yeah, 2010. And he thought that his mom just got a regular cold, she gonna come back home. If he would have knew better, you think he wouldn't have been down there every day?
So what?
I'm talking about more than what you was. You wouldn't have been leaving. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying what people would have made better decisions on doing. But we don't know. Because that's not the journey that he chose for us to know. You feel me? So while Doug in the hospital seeing his mother from January the 2nd to January the 22nd, my grandmother had passed away January the 2nd at 10 p.m., 10:30, whatever. I don't even care about the time. But I know she had passed away January the 2nd. So I went into a depression and grief. Doug is about to face depression and grief as well. We don't know each other. Come to find out, Doug had been in the same places I've been. But I'm younger than Doug. So Doug probably wasn't looking at me like that. He was looking at the more fuller woman. You understand? That's what Doug like. He liked the curvy woman. Back then, I was curvy, but I wasn't thick with it. Y'all feel me, huh? Thick with it didn't come till I was about 30. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, but I always been a curvy woman, you know. But this is how our journeys began. And this is how we was found out through our counselor. Our journeys was about to emerge then, and they was getting ready to align together, and we was getting prepared. Me and Doug couldn't made these kids at my young age. See, Doug would have been all in my bushes and stuff. You feel me? We would have had problems. Okay? So, aligning from Doug losing his mother from January the 2nd, to January the 22nd, he going through his own personal grief. I just lost my grandmama January the 2nd, 2010. I'm in my grief. Not knowing that the Lord is about to mend me together with a person that can feel my same pain. But anyway, when I met Doug wasn't my type. I wasn't Doug type. I was into my addiction. I wasn't trying to get no man, flat out. I had traps. I had too many things going on to have one person. Do y'all understand what I'm talking about for real? I was not even, that was like the last thing on my mind. You feel me? Even when I was in my earlier years, when I was swinging that pole, I couldn't have no man. That was not on my mind. A man will slow you down in certain areas. They just don't mix. And I knew that from the wisdom my grandma gave me. See? So when I was in my addiction, I didn't want no man. I didn't want nothing to have to slow me down for getting high. You feel me, huh? So, that part. So, Doug seen something in me. And I didn't care if Doug seen it in me. I didn't. That drug made me so selfish.
Hey, baby. While you on the subject, I remember something you used to tell me all the time. You used to be like, "You're not gonna break me," and I had to tell you, "Baby, you already broken. I'm here to put you back together."
Yeah, well, that was a good one. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you used to try to break me where you wanted me to stop my addiction when you wanted it to. See, that's one thing.
I had to start somewhere.
But I mean, that's a person that's in denial that they need help too. See,
Yeah.
I didn't want to hear your stuff.
Of course you didn't.
But I'm glad you did keep on with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you did keep on with it. But this is a journey that I have took to get to where I'm at today on Social Media Buzz. So I think that I am a good YouTuber. I think I do bring good flavor to the platform. I bring something new. I'm not rich. I don't live in a big house. Me and my kids, we ain't in Bugattis. My man not, dreaded up. Like, we bring something different to the YouTube platform, I think. And I have to work on not bringing so much of my personal stuff to the YouTube platform because I don't want to give y'all the wrong, interpretation about me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody to be bashing my family on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But I can handle that. I got thick skin. You know what I'm saying? Ask Doug. You know what I'm saying? So, like everybody ain't gonna be a social media influencer. Everybody ain't gonna wanna see you win. Now, if you don't believe me, start on your journey. Your journey already began. So now you got to find out how to teach your journey to help somebody else on the same journey as you. See, we don't have the same faces, but we have some similar places throughout our journey. I know for a fact the people that's going to get this far in this video, some of the things I have talked about, you know somebody that have been in similar situations. You got family members that been in similar situations and they never ever told you what the struggle was and how did they get out there. See, you got people that got confidence and pride and they don't want them family to say, I told you so. So they the ones that's going to get out there and get it any means necessary. You feel what I'm saying? Them be the ones that got secrets. Like for real, I got secrets that I cannot involve social media because it'll hurt other family members. And why am I thinking about other family members? Because he have gave me my portion. He gave me my portion to talk about. I don't have to go viral or have to bash another family member to get my trauma out. You either gonna forgive that part of your life or you gonna move on from it. And a lot of things that happen in my life and in your life as well, you need to move on from it. Cause see, ain't nothing we can do about it. You feel me? But what you can do is help somebody else for facing that type of drama or strain in their own life. You feel what I'm saying? See, nobody told me to come on to the table and try this. Usually that's how it go, right? Yeah. Say, come on, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing, I've been doing, That's the... But my grandma had already told me, if a friend or a family member offer you things to hurt you, they not your friend or your family member. So I was never going to be that statistic. No. Nope. I had already made it up. See? I had already had a functioning parents as addicts. So I had already made it up that I wasn't going to do that drug. See? But my journey was already written. And the steps for me to make them choices to get to where I went that I avoided, they happened. See? I never really tell people when I was 4 years old was my first time hitting that. I seen it on the table. I pulled they know what it was. Nobody told, because if somebody told, my mom would have been in jail. Up under the jail. Spoke right there. You feel me? So that was forgotten. But that was when my innocence was taken. So when I did get a hold to that drug later on in life, 32 years old, it was something that I had missed. It was something that I had already did. I'm just keeping it real. You feel what I'm saying? So it was easy for me to fall into that trap. And I got bored in depression. And I decided that I wanted to maybe see how it was. Because weed wasn't working no more. Drinks wasn't working no more. So I had to see how that was. And that's how it went. And the first time I said I wasn't going to do it again. The second time I said I wasn't going to do it again. And that's how it went. You feel me? And that goes for anybody. A man can be an addiction too. You get that hand,